The wonderful Miriam Margolyes has been in town with her show about Dickens women. But she hasn't just done Dickens. Over her career, she's done porn and a penguin. And for the Harry Potter generation, she'll be forever known as Professor Sprout. And she's in love with Doc Martin. While she was here, she had a tour of the Dickens memorabilia held in the collection at the National Library. Jeremy Thompson, aka Pumblechook, joined her there.
Yeah, he writes affectionately, doesn't he? Yeah. It's a shame because his children never, only one was of any good. You know, the rest were just wastrels and no-hopers. Dickens died 18 days after writing this letter.
Yeah.
Gosh. What I do get afresh from this is the majesty of his prose, because I'm reading letters that I haven't read before, and the sense of sadness that there is in the last letter that I'm looking at here, which was written just a few days before he died.
When you talk about the majesty of his prose, what is it about the actual words that make them so majestic?
Well, you're a journalist, you ought to know that. How can you describe what words do to you? Not everybody reacts to them as I do, but for me every word has a colour and a rhythm and a power, and the use of them in the right order as he does it is just pulverising. This is not a letter so much as an assurance that I never think of you. This is to his son, that I never think of you without hope and comfort. And he's choosing words that give hope and comfort, and yet he's very sad. Dear Alfred, your affectionate father, Charles Dickens, and always with that flourish underneath.
What sort of a man was he, though? Was he a good man, a kind man?
He was the reverse of everything. He was good and he was bad. He was kind and he was cruel. He was happy and he was sad. He was more free than anyone you can imagine, and yet totally imprisoned by his memories and his emotions. He's a complicated, intricate, special personality. His daughter, Kate, who was his favourite daughter, described him after he died. She said, "My father was a very wicked man." That's an unusual thing for a daughter to say. I read Oliver Twist, and as soon as I read it, I was tugged into the Dickens world, and then I wanted to know about the man. And I read about him, and I've read about him all my life, and I've read him all my life, and I will never stop.
I think he's planning to do something to me.
I see.
He has this look.
Anything apart from the look?
He has thoughts. Dark ones. All the time. You write that down. Dark thoughts.
I'm going to give you a test.
Will it find out what he's up to?
I need to check your kidney function. A kidney infection could cause abdominal pain and a confused mental state.
Oh, is that likely to happen?
It's something to look out for, yes.
Right.
Oh, it was great. I enjoyed it very much. I was working with two wonderful people, Dame Eileen Atkins, who's my favourite actress, and Martin Clunes, who's just a dishy bloke and great fun. And I was in Cornwall, which is a very beautiful part of England. So I really enjoyed that.
I'll explain later. Good night, Aunt Prudence.
Miss Arthur, it's not safe. Why do you think you can just run off on your own?
Because I'm carrying a gun.
Friday!
I play a ghastly old bag, but there's a wonderful woman in it, Essie Davis, playing Phryne Fisher, and she's just gorgeous.
You should try it, Aunt Prudence. No, thank you, my dear. I shall remain all the cleaner for staying away.
I came here about 5 years ago, and the text is the same, but I've changed, and that's why the show is different. What I do is I try to tell the story of his life and the man, talking directly to the audience, and then I'll stop and I'll become one of the characters that he's written about. And I'm going all round Australia and New Zealand, so I'm very lucky. And people who come are very lucky too.
Well, on that note, thank you very much.
Thank you.